Hi, this is Jochen, the online agent. And in this particular section, the very first thing that we need to do is to get a name for our website. And the technical term for that is URL. I'm sure you know what URL mean. You've heard about URL. You might not know what it means. It stands for Uniform Resource Locator, which is in plain English, the domain name or your website address where people can find your website. And if you're marketing real estate, there's no two cents about it. You have to choose a .com. Don't choose any other extension. .com.xx, like your country, that's fine too, like .com.sg, .com.my, etc. The country is okay because it's still a .com. But don't choose a .info, a .net, a .org, or whatever else is out there. We don't need it. Google doesn't like it, and it doesn't look very professional or developer-like at all. Anyway. Secondly, it has to resemble your project name of the project that you're marketing as closely as possible. Obviously, this is always subject to availability because each and every website address or URL only exists once, right? No two people can have the same. So when the project comes out, I would highly recommend that as soon as possible, you just write it the name first. Even if you have no info about the project yet, or you don't know any details and pictures yet, it doesn't matter. Just get a website and reserve it, because the better your website name, the higher your chances of success in this game. If your ideal domain name is not available, then just choose one that is as closely as possible. Right? You can add a hyphen, or you can add the word condo or condominium, or you can add the word there in front of the project name, or even a slight misspelling that human eye cannot detect. For example, I had one property that I marketed as Sengkang Grant. So Sengkang ends with a G, Grant starts with a G, but Sengkang Grant was not available. So just put a triple G in there. And even I myself, if I don't know it, then I can hardly recognize that typo. So not ideal, but still better than nothing at all. And in a bonus module, I will show you some good domain name providers where you can buy your domain from. But it's obviously then up to you which one you want to choose. Probably the one that has the best prices. Personally, I use GoDaddy because GoDaddy is reliable. It's one of the biggest one out there, and they're very good housing. So this very first step, if you don't have an account yet with GoDaddy or with any of the other domain name providers, then you can sign up for a free account. Each of them is very easy, right? You just basically sign up. I already obviously have an account. It's free of charge. Only if you buy something, then you have to pay for it. So in order to find your domain, as I mentioned, look for .com, look for the project name. Now, in this case, since I'm demonstrating this on the landmark, I go to my ideal domain would be landmark.com. We try. And if you're lucky and you're fast enough in the first one and this domain is available, you definitely would want to take it. But GoDaddy tells me it's already taken, which I kind of expected because I was maybe a bit too slow. You can try the landmark.com with a hyphen. If your preferred domain name is not available, of course, then we can try get a second best, like I can add a hyphen, the-landmark.com. And we just have to keep looking until you find a domain name that is still reasonably suitable for you, right? So as I mentioned, each one can only be taken by one person. That's why it's important to be fast. You can add condo or condominium at the end. I already did this step now a bit. So That's what usually GoDaddy says, because they give you the second year free. That means you get 2 years to enjoy this domain name for the price of 1 year. And then you just add it to your cart and check out. If you haven't got an account yet, you can sign up. If you have got one, you can sign in and make your payments. It's not necessary to purchase anything else. So they want to sell you other things, right? Like privacy, security, and so on. You don't need all this. So just say no. With the other providers, likewise, you also don't need website hosting. Only the domain name itself is what you need. So in this case here, we pay about 25 Singapore dollar or 20 US dollar for 2 years to get this domain name. So you check out, then you make a payment. You can use PayPal, you can use a credit card, whatever suits you. So I'm going to log into my account right now. That already is obviously existing. And that's the one I have, b-landmark-condominium.com. That's my domain name, and that's what I use for demonstration purposes of the further process. What you're going to do next after you have secured your domain name. And I'll see you in the next section.